question would be, since our last session, have any questions come up in terms of?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's talk about it.
So I think this just like came by nature once I reached plat. So I got all the way up to plat 4. Huge celebration. Um and then while hanging out in there, I started realizing, okay, I'm not getting away with certain things, and then
Yep.
eventually that just started cascading into I'm feeling super lost like I did back in like silver, right? Like
Right.
moments where I just like feel like, okay, my whole team's dead and I just don't know what just happened, and I feel like I didn't contribute anything, like good
Mm-hmm.
or bad. And that just happened so much, and then went on a huge losing streak like the past 3 days.
Yep.
And I kind of mostly just kept playing for endurance because I don't think I played Overwatch in a session that long. Maybe I should have stopped and you know, taken the break for the day, but I just felt like keep going. Um, and Sock was watching as well, so he definitely was just observing just like huge patterns that were happening that I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like
like
what?
I was
Yeah.
being over eager, like I would panic a lot, like when I didn't know what to do. Um, Especially in like very scrappy situations, I rush. I don't like go to a position where I can take my time. Um, I found myself more in fights than around fights.
Yep. Yep.
That was a huge one. Um, and then yeah, and like, especially like those moments, like I just feel like I quickly regress all the way back. I start double blinking to like spots, and then 1v1 with one blink into immediate recall, and then yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or I would just force engagements again um that I wouldn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
So just a
Mm-hmm.
lot of a mixture of those things. And but
Mm-hmm.
then pair that with people not missing their shots, they're properly marking me and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a very frustrating session, but I think it opened my eyes like, okay, this is what I need to do to get to the next step. So um there was a game yesterday that was kind of like that. That I wouldn't mind going over for a bit, and then if we have time, then I could do probably a game on comp
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
I think sessions like that are interesting because obviously they're not productive in terms of progress. Like that's not how you want to train. Whether you're tilted or not, that's just a long time to be grinding at it. You know, endurance is not something that you should ever be training unless you're competing for a tournament setting, right? Where you may be gaming for a long, long period of time, right?
Sure. Okay.
But I do think that there is some insight in hindsight as to the mistakes, right? Because what endurance does do is it says, all right, you don't have the emphasis, you don't have the focus, you don't have the level of polish on your gameplay. We're just
Mm-hmm.
gonna drop you back to caveman, where you are, where you were, or where you have been, right? And from there, you can kind of see, like you even talked about it yourself. Like I started to feel myself doing things again, right? Like you
Yeah.
go revert back to this, and in many ways, that's insightful. It means that those patterns that you've established over a long time of playing, those bad habits, those good habits, what do you revert to? Like, what's your
Right.
default state, right? There's certain things that doesn't matter how tired you are, you'll never do, right? I know
Yeah.
for me personally, whenever I'm playing, let's say, I don't know, Winston, I can't imagine me ever focusing tank as Winston, no matter how tired or sleep deprived or frustrated I am, right? I'll always go for
Mm-hmm.
backline. That's like ingrained into my action, but I might not be so intelligent into my staging. All right. I
Sure.
know I will never, ever, ever sit on main as a tracer or soldier, but I don't know how well my mechanics are going to play out there, right? There's just certain
Of
things that I
course.
will never do, but there's certain things that I just don't have the repetition or execution for. So for you, knowing what those things are and then addressing those things, and you talked about like being around fights, not being in fights, some of your double blinks, some of your engagements, forcing things, rushing things. Um, First off, congrats on the platform, right? That's
Thanks.
definitely a huge improvement from our last time. I mean, that's like, it doesn't sound like, oh, I'm not like diamond or masters, but you officially went from like right at an average player to a significantly above average player. Like that's kind of like the transition from gold to plat there, right? So that's something to
Okay.
be very proud of.
Thank you.
And then the inconsistency kicked you right in the cheeks, right? Like that's pretty much right. And that's but see, the inconsistency isn't like some magical, ethereal, unattainable thing. It's just look what you just did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's your inconsistency right there. Doesn't mean you should be ashamed of it. It just means that, okay, we need to do better next time. You got to do better. Not necessarily playing. That's funny. It's not even necessarily playing better. Just train smarter. That's it. Okay. That's it. But I will be interested in taking a look at those things in one of those codes, because I do think there's value in going, hey, that's this is what happens, right, when you play like that, when you train like that. You're not there yet, right? Okay. Any other questions? That was very insightful.
Not at the moment, but Sock is online. If he could be just added muted to the call, if possible.
Give me Sock's battle tag or Discord tag, and I'll add him in here.
Sure.
Got it. Okay. So tell Sock I'm gonna send Sock a friend request, and then once Sock accepts the request, then I can add. Got it? All right, let's do this. Yo. Okay, we good? Let's do this. You want to drop the replay code?
Yeah, I got you.
Alrighty.
Oh, that's not the replay code. There we go. That's the replay code.
Got it. All right. Let's do the sharing there. So why, out of all the games that you played, was this yesterday?
Yeah, this was yesterday.
Out of all the games, why this one?
Okay, so we won the first point pretty convincingly, or the first match pretty convincingly, and then when it got to the second game, like it was crumbling, and I remember I just was like, okay, if we lose this one, I'm definitely showing this one to Spoiler tomorrow, because I just want to know where the fall happened. Like, we were playing well, and then we got rolled, and then we got steamrolled on the third play. Yeah,
we could talk about that. Now, I'm going to caution you of something really quick here. This is just something that human nature loves to do. Is we do this with everything. We do this with politics. We do this with our workout, with our life journey, with our relationships. We're narrative creators. We love a good story, right? We love saying, okay, this is the moment, the moment of truth was like right here, and we failed, or we clutched, and it was just. But reality is, and this is important to remember during your improvement process, the reality is that life is never that sexy. And usually the storyline of this game is probably like a lot of little mistakes that you and everybody on your team made. Now, that might be like, okay, you're playing into a Junkrat main on, I forget what is it called, not sub-level, but the one where there's like a really nasty choke, and so the Junkrat player is better. Maybe that's like a big part of the narrative, but it's probably not all that complicated, and it's probably just a combination of multiple different factors. That's probably all it is. We could talk about it, but I guess the reason why I caution you creating a narrative for your improvement is because you should never look at a situation and be like, this was the moment where I needed to perform, and I could have carried this fight. Stop trying to win games. Stop trying to be like, I'm the difference, and just play better.
Okay.
Like you got to think about it this way. Like, the good way to think about it is like, would you, like, let's say that you were like a professional soccer player. Would you rather have like a really, really clutch moment? Like in this game right here, like we're playing for playoffs. I'm going to have this moment where I make the right decision. I'm going to prepare for it. Or would you rather just run 5% faster and kick 5% more accurately your entire career?
Be clutch.
But see, that's the trap. That's wrong. You're playing for that one game. You just need to get good. The clutch moments will present themselves to you if you're a good player. It's that simple.
Okay.
Like what rank was this game?
Maybe gold 1.
Gold 1.
Maybe.
Do you think a plat 3 tracer would have potentially carried this game?
Potentially, sure.
Potentially. You would have had
with consistency, right?
Right. And guess what? If not this game, the next game. If not that game, the game after that. They're better than you. Plat 3 tracer is better than you. They're going to win more games. They're going to get to plat 3 because they're plat 3 player. Right? So whenever you look at this one game, like I think you're looking at this game, you're like, I want to know what could I have done differently this game, because this was the game where it was like a backbreaker. Nah, there's never any one game. There's never any one game.
Sure.
You know, you're not Michael Jordan Game 7 of the finals. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're just gonna re-queue. It's gold 3. You know. So I'm not trying to like dismiss you, but I guess it should be encouraging that like no matter how badly you perform, no matter how many backbreaking games you have, who cares? I had a very specific moment. There was a Juno game I played. Oh gosh, probably 2.5 weeks ago, when I went on a hard flank because I thought we were going to cap, and I was trying to spawn camp somebody from preventing the touch. Well, my team beefed and let the wrecking ball stall for literally 20 seconds, and then I lost the 1v1 trying to spawn camp. And I had ult, and we lost the game. And if I had stayed with my team, we would have won the game 100%, and I would have gotten from Diamond 2 to Diamond 1.
Okay.
Backbreaker. But you know what? I got to Masters 5 like the next day.
Sure.
It just didn't matter. Like I remember I was on stream, dude. And I'm telling myself, dude, it doesn't matter. It still hurt. I was like, crud, dude. But it didn't matter. And in a month from now, I'll probably forget the game even happened.
Sure. Just to add to your point of it being like the backbreaker, this was just basically how all the games that day went, and this was just the latest one.
Of course. And there's gonna be hundreds of backbreaker games. I'm excited for those. Yeah. And also, I think the other thing as well too is what ends up happening is like you create your own backbreakers sometimes, because what ends up happening is like you think about like what mindset were you in going into this game, or how fatigued were you at this point? Like how many games in were you?
At least 10.
Okay, at least 10 games, so you're already starting to get a little fatigued. You're coming off of a loss streak the last couple of days, right? Off of a platform. So you're already in a fragile state. So what happens in round 2 when you lose a team fight that you should have won? Where are you at right now? You know what I'm saying? Like you're right. Already starting to be like, oh no way, right? Like those thoughts are starting to intrude, and you create your own situations where like it starts to be another like, this is why loss streaks happen, and everyone's like, dude, I don't know what's happening. It's like it's your problem, it's your fault, right? And I would not promise you that, but I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the case that we look at here. You start good, but you're just in a more mentally fragile state, you know? Okay, well. I like the setup here. This is fine. I don't think you necessarily needed to go in here, but just because you did have a good angle. But come on, I mean, it's not a mistake. You just got your head blown off. That's all.
Yeah, that one I was like, you got it. Like,
yeah, sure.
you did your job.
Now I'm sure we talked about this a lot already, but what's your warm up routine look like? What's your ranked schedule like? Hero pool. I just want to make sure, doubly sure that we're all set.
I mean, warm up is Vaxta or the just training room.
Okay. How do you train in there, and how long do you train?
Training's not more than like 5-10 minutes. I'm just practicing blink distances, tracking on Vaxta.
Okay.
And then hero pool. Sometimes I've been like, it gets to a point where I do have to play like someone like Reaper or Sojourn just because the map and the team comp just I'm not comfortable with Tracer there, so I'd rather just play something that will at least do something in the match.
Sure.
But more, I would say 95% is still mostly Tracer.
Okay. And remind me your sensitivity.
It just got bumped up to 7.25%. I think at 800 DPI.
And 800 DPI. Okay, sounds good. We need to stage here. You need to move. Thank you. So I think it's too much downtime. There's too much downtime. Right. You need to be looking for a short range off angle, and you need to start doing damage, and you need to continue to do damage. This here is a little awkward, but honestly, like some sort of pressure here, or even off angling here, or if you are going to go here, okay, fine, then you need to get to this backline, and you need to go now. There's too much downtime here. This fight's happening, and you're waiting, and then you're poking at a range that's not very effective. This is good. Like, this is okay, but this is like this soldier tracer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're basically hoping the Doom pushes you here. So let's look at the setup here. Let's look at the situation, and you tell me. I gave you a couple of options here, but I think there's another option as well. What do you see here? In terms of setup.
don't think it's. I mean, it was just immediate turn to the Mora. I don't think.
Sure.
I still could have like gone deeper, but
Where?
I could have kept going straight to the tunnel and path. So
Like here?
yeah, and go
Yeah.
straight down.
Yeah, there's nobody here. That was the play.
Yeah.
That was the play, 100%. Because from here, you can just have like 7 years of uptime just harassing and controlling backline. Now, there's nobody here. That's why it works. If there had been a full backline here, but you didn't really take the time to evaluate the situation.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
finding
I have
what...
dog brain in like those situations, like oh squirrel and like shoot.
Yep. And you know what? We talked about this earlier, but you're more vulnerable to that the longer you play. You're less focused on what you need. You're less aware, and it just becomes kind of like a game of catch.
I thought I was gonna get chased, so that's why I backed up.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I understand. Like once you're here, I mean,
Yeah.
I wonder if you could have deepened through the right, but like I understand. That's why we need to do your preparation. And if you're not doing your preparation, then why not? Is it because you're tired? Is it because you need to practice more? This is why playing in the right mindset is so important. Oof, that's scary. Don't chase. Don't chase. I would be taking that right angle there on that soldier. Just because you're already here, you can just deepen here, pop here, and there you go, right?
Yeah. Sure.
So here, you're not really on an angle, and like it's a lot more of the same, right? Like it just kind of feels like you're kind of floating and shooting what's available, but you're not really on an angle whatsoever here. Like you're not even here, right? Like if you're in this situation here, that's a free TP right there. That's a free fade right there, right?
Yeah.
It's or even shooting the monkey, but doing so from a location where Soldier or Hanzo or Kiri can't really see you, because even focusing the monkey is fine. Just do so from your position. So this does feel a little like what you talked about, where it's like that dog mentality, right? Not the good version, right? Where you know, where you just you got that dog in you and you're just chasing squirrels, not really thinking, where do I need to set up here? Now this is good. But you know, the timing here is like halfway decent too, right?
Sure.
It's the first time we've actually seen you like actually set up on a position here. It's a deeper flank. And why does it work? Well, because you time it well and you angle it well. And so even though they technically had Suzu, I mean, she's distracted, right? She's a little dumb, but at least she's, you know, at least you're creating an opportunity where she can make a mistake. I mean, even this, right? This is good. See, now we're cooking. That's fine. Take top, it's free. This is okay, but I still prefer top, right? Just because it's there.
Sure. I think because from our last lesson, I think we discussed like pathing, right? At least come with a general pathing, and my default always now on this stage is to go right.
Yeah, because that's okay for rollout, right? Because most people will be high ground.
Yeah, so I think it's become more than just rollout at this one, but yeah, that's true.
What I want you to do is I don't want you to memorize rollouts. I want you to respond with what you see. Like maybe have like a starting roll at the start of the match, but really you need to be paying attention to where people are and then making decisions accordingly.
Sure, I'm pretty good about doing that, like on like stages like Gibraltar, where like if my team goes to high ground, I'll push card. If they're on bottom, then I'll go on top.
Right. Like this is fine. Like this is because everyone's going to roll out this side. But then what happens if you roll out here and there's like two people here? Well, then you probably need to not immediately go to backline. You probably need to fight them, right? So it's like I'm kind of like speculating what would have happened if this hadn't been free. Sure. This is good though. I mean, this is fine. Even just holding the angle here, and then I mean, actually, I don't even mind this. Like rotating to a different angle. I'm zooming through here because you know, there's not a whole lot to say. Like the only thing I would say is, here, you chase the Ana instead of just holding the angle on the Reaper, which kind of sucks, frankly. Like, just shoot the Reaper, and then you recall out, but you still have full HP. I think you, and then, like, you need to go back. You need to go back. Like, I know you're not full resource, but that was a
trauma from Reapers just one pumping me when I don't play it correctly.
Skill issue.
Yeah.
Skill issue. You don't have recall, so don't ego this super hard, but you have mini, you have cover, you're about to have a blink, and you have full HP. I mean, you need to keep pressure from this angle here. Maybe even wait for the Reaper to turn around and come back here. Like, this is a winnable fight. Like, I mean, maybe it's not a winnable fight. Okay, maybe I'm gaslighting you.
No. It was winnable if I'm plat 3.
Either way. Let's put it this way. This was the best Overwatch that you've played so far. You took a good angle. You pressured. Yeah, I know. Like, uptime isn't everything, but once you do have a good angle and you time it well, you do need to be doing damage and not waiting around. Like, right now, start shooting. Yeah, there you go. I don't know that I even chase out here, but hey, well, whatever. This Kiriko is something else. Yeah. Keep shooting. See, you don't even have to chase the Ana there. Again, it's just like hold the angle. I mean, this is great. This is phenomenal. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop here because this is the best tracer that we've seen yet. This is infinitely better than your first run, which makes me blame your rollout. Because the one thing that's different between this and the previous round is your initial positioning has been 10 times better. You've just been so much closer with better cover. It's been beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. Now here, I'm not so sure about this. Why?
I can't see anything.
You can't see anything, right? This is where you got to stop. But why are you doing this? I feel like this is because this is where you set up last fight. But last fight was a different situation, right? Like they were here. Yeah. They're not here anymore. So you need to take this angle and go where? What are your options?
I can go behind them to basically where the Ana is.
Mm-hmm. Go here. Where else?
I can also go back down towards the pillar next to the staircase.
You could go here. Yep. You could just shoot tank from here, right? Set up an off angle here. You could set up an off angle here. You could harass from here. You don't have to always hard flank. You could just poke from an angle, right? Sure. Just kind of like shoot tank. It's fine too. But you need to be doing something. Like, this is like really odd. Okay. Here we go. Nice. Like,
this is bad pathing.
Go! Like, please do something. You're just out of the fight for 6 years. Okay, keep shooting. Keep shooting. This is good. It's fine. It's good. That's okay. Redemption. Like, I'm telling you, the second you find that angle, you do fine. It's great. Well done. But man, you're giving me the willies prior to that. Don't chase. You see? You need to trust. You give up the angle and your resources. You need to trust your team to deal with that, and then you can just deal with this. Yep. It's all right. You recognized it. That's all that matters. Good. Just hold here. So you could even sit here if you'd like to. You're like, this angle's not that good. Maybe. I mean, your team's here. You're here. If you want to deepen, you can. And then you go, okay, well, my team's on the choke, so I'm going to walk forward. Okay, they're there. This is definitely a difficult situation. I think this is where maybe, because of how your team is fighting, a deeper flank is attractive. Just because your team is kind of stuffing them at the choke, and you're like, oh, where do I go, right? It's a tricky situation. That works, actually. This is actually really nice. This is good. It's just mechanics. You just got rolled. That's it. Like, this is a situation where, like, they were, like, 1 HP, and you're like, oh, I got this, right? Now, is this the moment? Is the question. Because the strategy of what you did was actually pretty good, but that's a pretty tilting death, right? Like, oh man, we should have got that. We controlled.
Actually, I was like, oh, this is cool. I can go up on the pedal and like go. And then as soon as I fought, like the pulse bomb icon came out, I was like, dang, I could have pulsed, and I was like, okay. But I wasn't like uber mad. I was just like, okay. Cool.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Worked.
Yeah. Good. And again, well, I'm happy because. Maybe you weren't super tilted because this is a good rollout. This is good. You're a little early, so you need to be careful. But yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this is great. This is great. They're gonna use 2 ults here, and maybe they're gonna win this fight. That was dumb. The question was,
I saw this dog and I push Q.
Right. So this is the thing. I look at this fight and do you notice how there wasn't like the moment, right? Even when I was like, was that the moment? I'm like, no. Because then you actually turned around and had like a pretty halfway decent fight. The enemy team just had like a million ultimates and beat Blossom and your team just died. So that's fine. It's fine. Like the initial fight was good. There's just weird moments where like you're not holding the right angle. So you're like just run around for like literally 10 seconds doing no damage, but there's nothing complicated here. You should be fine. Now, I guess, if you remember this, where were you mentally right here?
I mean, I cracked probably like 5 games prior, so at this point, I was just like, all right, let's just keep going.
I respect the honesty.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Okay.
just more because the trend was, and I can like probably show the history. It was 1 win, 3 loss, 1 win, 3 loss.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
happened like 3 times. I was like, okay, well that's just Overwatch today. So I
Right.
accepted it after
Well,
the
you're
second time.
you're not playing well.
Right.
You're just not playing well. Like this is there's like moments of like, okay, that's a glimmer of like intelligent play, and then all of a sudden you just like kind of run around in their spawn for like 7 seconds or just die to random crap, and it's like, oh, okay, well, never mind, we're back, and that's what happens. That's what happens. It happens always. Okay, initial rollout here. Again, this is probably something that you've kind of memorized, right? This is just my angle that I roll out on. Okay, sure. Sure. She's off. Now you have the access to the backline. Keep shooting. And this is where I think you need to solve the situation a bit, right? So you look at this here. The initial angle that you're on is like really good, but it's really good right now because of the options it gives you. Right now, it's frankly not all that useful. You're one icicle away from getting just your recall forced, and then now what, right? So with what you see now, what should you do? There's a couple of options.
Maybe wrap and challenge the Ana, but I feel
Sure.
like that'd be too slow.
No, not at all. You get here, you're going to keep that. You're going to make that Mei literally turn all the way around and the Ana turn all the way around. And you can go from here. If you get shot, you can go back. You could also drop here and shoot tank. This would also be really useful as well. You see this? Leverage the position that you have. Your initial rollout was good. You make them drop off of high ground, but now high ground is not that useful for you. The reason you're here is to shoot the high ground. So when they're not there, what do? Well, we know what you did in the previous round, right?
Right.
When they weren't here, right? So you roll out here, they're not here. What did you do? You just sit there and cry? No, you went to here. You even moved to here. And then you even, when they pushed this way, you actually rotated around this way. It was like some high level stuff. So now, what are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do? And I think like this is the moment where I think your value really struggles because they do something a little bit unorthodox and you just stand there and you play Sniper Tracer, or you even go backwards. And now where's your angle, right?
It's gone.
It's gone, right? And your uptime's now bad. But the initial thing needs to be your movement based off of where the enemy team goes. And that's it. That's really it. This right here, ironically, is the most valuable thing you've done this entire game because you can actually threaten her here. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to actually force resources here. And you can live this too. I mean, that sucks, right? But like in terms of your Zarya, or their Zarya getting the kill. I mean, that's just, mechanical misplays a little bit. This is a frustrating moment as well, but like you have created an opportunity. You just needed to live. But I want to clarify, like the most important thing to focus on is what happened on the very first fight. That's what the most important thing.
No,
because
all
all
that
that stuff
in that situation a little too often. Maybe that's because of the break that I took for 2 weeks, and it was a muscle memory at that point. So I had to retrain to get back to that point.
Dumb death, so we just keep going, and then now things are snowballing. This is really good. Keep shooting. Just keep shooting.
Right.
Like, right, when you have a good angle, don't worry about like, oh, I need to go kill it. No, just keep shooting. Force resources. Keep shooting. Then you can wrap, right? Keep shooting. Good try. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you here. I have my problems with what you're doing here, in terms of like, there's the details. Like you need to hit the pulse, you need to hold the angle. But I'm not gonna lie, your team sucks. Like this is embarrassing for your team right now. Your Cassie's on a hard angle, just gets literally run on. Your Winston is doing, I have no idea what. I don't even know what his plan is. He bubbles literally nothing. You miss pulse bomb. Your Winston dies before getting, because he's counterpicking the enemy Zarya like an idiot. Has no idea what he's doing. Your Ana and Kiriko are doing absolutely nothing. You're doing absolutely nothing. You're not getting any help from your team whatsoever. Your team sucks. Your team is cheeks here. Okay.
I remember Sock was like watching. I think he watched this one, and he was like, "Yeah, your team just literally let Zarya walk up for free."
Yeah. Your team is literally just not doing any sort of damage at all. They're missing all their shots, missing all their CDs, terrible bubble trades, everything. But you're also in with them. This is the first. No, you're not. Complimenting yourself. But my point being is that like, this is going to happen sometimes, whether you do check the boxes or not. This is why you need to stop asking, oh, what could have clutched this fight? To be honest with you, mate, I think the second round's the one to worry about. I think the second round was the one where you needed to perform a little bit better, where there was a lot of downtime from you. I think if you play this one a little bit better, like let's say that you're playing at like a plat 5 level here, okay? I don't know that you win this round. I don't know that you win this round. Now, plat 1, diamond 5, for sure, 100% you win this round. But you're not. That's not reasonable for you, right? So it's not. You don't have that skill yet, right? So, in terms of practice value, though, ignoring the win or the loss here, there's lots to learn from this one. There's lots to learn from this one. React, and the big thing has been, you have an initial rollout. You don't really respond to what the enemy team gives you in terms of a short off angle. So you either stand sniper tracer or you run around with your head cut off, not knowing where to go.
Yeah,
a lot of downtime. That's it. That's all. There's some mechanical stuff in there as well, but that just needs to come with practice. Let's you want to do some live coaching?
let's do it.
Okay.
Here, share screen. Nope.
Got it. I can see you were warming up with quick play in anticipation.
Yeah. I woke up at like 8. I like hit the snooze for 30 minutes. I woke up. I'm like, all right, let me just, in case we have time for a round.
Oh, we definitely have time for a round. Definitely have time for a round. For your warm up here, blink. Focus on your movement with your blinks and less on your mechanics. So when you're taking gauges, be really deliberate and specific with where you're placing your blinks. Like, where are you going to blink now? Yeah. Yeah. Next blink, where's it going to be? That's good. I think that's a good little challenge for yourself, especially in the first few games when you're still awake, is after you take your break away from your computer for 60 seconds, right? You come back into deathmatch and you go, this is what I'm drilling. Don't forget your blinks. Where do you blink right now?
Oh.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. The intention, not the execution, is what matters. But like, for example, there, I would have preferred you blinking through him more. Right? Okay. So you're blinking side to side, but you need to be doing better than that. When he's that close, making him turn 180 is more than the 90. That's better. Yeah, that was good. Good. Take this duel. How are you going to blink? He's super far, so just keep that in mind. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. You space the blinked out perfectly. Blink, blink, blink. Where do you go? Yes. He's going to dash. Get ready. It's okay. Good stuff. There are no lazy mechanics. Always deliberate. Exactly with what you're practicing. Every single time. There's a lot of value to be had here. Like, even here. Like, what are you going to do with your blinks? He's going to dash. Yeah. Get your HP. Haha.
Battle of the tanks.
Yeah. We should have run away. That's your advantage versus tanks. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep.
Hi, Doomfist.
There you go. Deliberate with your blinks still. Yep. Yeah. Here comes the punch. There it is. See how stupid you're making him look? Literally 0 damage. There you go. A little slow. There you go. Yeah. He's gonna punch after this. Get ready. He's gonna slam. Get ready. Good. Nice job.
That was a lot of Doomfist.
That was a lot of Doomfist. He's a good 1v1 though, because you know the mobility cooldowns that kind of forces you to really be thoughtful.
Sure.
Okay. So, you know, you have your rollout here, everyone. You're going to pick a side to roll out on and yada, yada, yada. And that's fine. But as soon as you roll out, I want you immediately scouting and think, what's the best angle for where I can take it? Doesn't have to be a flank. It could just be sitting on a small little sight line and shooting tank. I really don't care. I want you to practice the cognitive recognition of this is where they're at. Where do I need to be? That's it. And I'm going to cue you mid-fight to adjust if necessary. So what I'm going to have you do is I might say adjust, but I don't want you to change your angle. I just want you to think about it. Go, oh, do I need to change? Okay, no, I'm good. And stay, okay?
Okay.
So I'm just going to say, where do you need to be? And you might say, nowhere. I'm fine where I'm at right now. That's fine.
That was on the other side.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so scout and stage. Okay. It's fine. Well, this guy's just destroying. What was the problem there? With what you had, what information you had, what was the play?
Hold the wall and play off.
Hold the wall. Hold the wall. Don't walk directly at a Cassidy. That's just never will work. So, you're obviously down a few, so I need you to be not actually engaged right now. But you can scout. And you can set up. So listen, where do you need to be? Beautiful. Where are they? Where do you need to be? Yeah, just keep shooting. Beautiful. Where they are, where do you need to be? Keep shooting. Keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting. Keep shooting. Don't chase. That's fine, that's fine. Good stuff. That's a fight there where I think you can just stand there and shoot right in the back. You don't have to chase after the squishy. But you know what? The start of that fight, really good. Really, really good. Excellent, excellent job. Okay, scout, find your position. Yep, 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 I like this. Look at where your team is. Yep, 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 this is good.
Oh, that's a wall.
That's okay, that's okay. You have the right idea. Ooh, a little trigger discipline there. Dirty with it. Nice job. Good stuff. Normally, you never fight there. Why did you fight there?
Because my team was there.
That's it. Okay, scout on stage. What's going on behind you? Okay. Okay, let's go. Careful, you're a little low in HP here. Good stuff. So we're going a little bit deeper with the flanks here just because they're kind of wide open for you, right?
Sure.
But you've done a good job. Okay. Scout and stage. Use your eyes, use your ears. Oof. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Scout and stage. You can just cap here if you want. Okay, scout and stage. Good stuff. All right, let's go. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. Yep. Maybe just sit here, honestly. Careful for anybody pushing in this room. They will walk through this door. Good. A little close. I might have even let them walk through a little bit to be a little sneakier, but you know what? You got a lot of pressure out there, even with your death. You actually set up your Reaper's Death Blossom, so that was nice. Just triple blink, just triple blink. Okay.
Urgency, urgency, urgency.
Urgency, urgency. Scout and stage, scout and stage. Urgency once the fight started. The pre-fight, be patient. Okay. Oh, that was a disgusting clip. Holy crap. Just relax and shoot. Relax and shoot. Good. So that one was okay, and there was a nice pulse, but frankly, it was a little too direct with where the Cassie was.
Right,
you might have wanted again to let them come out, or even rotate deeper behind them. Okay. Scout and stage, scout and stage. So they're rotating that direction. So where could you go? Where do you need to be? Yep. Good. Good. Okay, where's the fight gonna be? Look at your team setup, look at their spawn, problem solve. This is gonna be messy. This is not the best angle here. This is too direct. You see this? See, yeah, this is better. This is better. Okay, go. Take it. Okay. I don't think they touch. Okay. Yep. Smurfing.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, you just looked like you were a full rank better than every single player in the lobby, frankly. You know, your setups were much better. You know, Flashpoint is actually a great map to practice this because it's such a weird, open, messy map that you really have to be paying attention. This is actually such a cool play of the game. I was very impressed by this. But let's remember that you just destroyed this guy.
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know. Maybe it's morning Overwatch. I think that was probably the best I played in the best couple few days. Maybe.
Well, what we did is we made you set up. We made you do your homework.
No, 100%. That was...
And then you're not tired, and you're warm, and you're good mental right now. This is where the best that you're going to be playing right about now.
Sure.
It's not important for you always to be playing at your best. What it is important is for you to be training at your best.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's requeue. Let's requeue. Any questions?
No, I think that game answered a lot, just depending on where I was.
I think the one fight that I really want to emphasize is the fight where you chase the backlane, triple blink across instead of just shooting the Reinhardt in the back from the corner that you were on. Remember that, the first point?
Yeah.
Very important situation when, obviously this one was a very flank-heavy map, right? They were giving you angles for free. Nobody was on those angles outside of first fight where the cast contested you. So you just kind of like hard flanked and killed like two people like every single fight. But if there is you people contesting you, just duel them. Or just shoot the tank at the back. That's fine. Yeah. You don't always have to be chasing like these assassination one clips. I had a discussion on stream a few days ago about that and why Pro Tracer looks different than not Pro Tracer. It's because there are going to be people on those flanks contesting you. there's going to be Cassidy's and Ryan's and Divas. So you just need to take an angle and shoot. It's not always going to be a flank. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to leave the deathmatch here, and we're going to practice what you preach. Keep the queue, but leave the game. Get up and walk around for 45 seconds.
Sure.
Stretch your legs. I'm going to do so as well. All right, I got back just in time. Welcome back.
Hello, hello.
How was your walk?
It was good. I actually, I had my hamstring cramp yesterday, so I've been actually having to walk a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Nothing like an injury to kick you in a routine, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Got your rollout here planned?
Yeah, this is usually, I think, after Esperanza. I think this is my second best map.
Cheers, love.
It's a lot of space. It's a good tracer map. Okay, so remember the rule: roll out,
Yep.
but scout. Roll out, scout, and setup. Super simple. Now you've set the bar high here, but what you set the bar high was for the homework. I don't expect you to have like a mechanically great game. I really don't care, right?
Sure.
I just want to see you do the homework. Do the thing that you can control. Okay, scout and setup. Yep, now we just shoot. Just shoot what's close. Play your life here. Yep, now retake an angle. Yep, you can leave her. All right, where's the fight going to be? Predict it, and then scout. Oh, maybe we're pushing here, actually. Oh, she's going to have remech. Oh,
That
oh,
was very scary.
well done. I respect it. Never let a Korean degenerate alpha you.
Very true.
All right. So I like the angle here. You are down a few, so maybe take a peek here and see if there's an opportunity. Okay, disengage. Still holding the angle here. Yeah, just hold. Just hold and keep shooting. Keep poking. Okay, now walk and shoot. Yep, keep shooting. Keep shooting, keep shooting. It's fine. Do you notice there's like a weird dynamic there? You saw Zen and you're like, oh, I need to kill Zen, right? Because he's a squishy. You chase after Zen, but because your angle was bad on the Zen, he actually destroyed you.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a situation where your target priority is changing your positioning when you should have just focused on holding the angle and shooting Roadhog.
Yep.
It's weird to think of it like that, but I think that was the play there. Now, you could have double blinked. You could have blinked behind Zen and gotten him, but that's quite the investment. Nice job. Okay, let's keep going. Shoot, 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 shoot. You got a good angle. Let's go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Be ready for him to hook you. He's going to try. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Good. Keep shooting. As long as you don't die here, you're good. It's okay. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's a good fight. You know what we're doing here. You have a good angle. You don't need to worry about target priority. You just keep shooting. If they push you, you have links.
Okay.
Good stuff. You didn't have time to deepen to rotate to kill the Zenyatta. You just needed to keep shooting.
Okay. Sure. Oh my god.
It's okay. You're fine. Hook. Careful for hook here. So this thing's getting messy now. I want you to reestablish your angle here. Where do you need to be? Left? Right? Solve the problem. This is tricky. Solve it. Yeah, I like this. This is good. Find an angle and keep shooting. Yeah, keep shooting. Keep shooting. Sure. Yeah, yeah. Find your angle. Where do you need to be? Find there and just keep shooting. It's okay. So, why did this fight feel so messy for you?
I was not shooting enough.
Right. It felt, but why were you not shooting enough?
Because it took too long to find the next angle.
It was a very uncomfortable fight, right? We didn't really know where to go. So let's fix that here.
Yeah, and I'm rotated for no reason.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I don't think he was actually aiming for you two, which is pretty funny. It's okay. Play your angle. You might be able to get her. Yeah, get her, get her, get her. Good stuff. Good. Keep shooting. Carefully, his sights on you. It's okay. Grab the mini there or just totally disengage. Sure. So this is a perfect one to look at because you were thinking, but you didn't know what to do. So this is exactly why we VOD review. So you just got this is a backbreaker. All right. Yeah. Send me the code, and let's solve the backbreaking.
Sure.
I'm gonna restart my stream as well here. But the best part about this is that is a very productive game.
Yeah.
Unlike Antarctica, where it felt like you're just kind of going through the motions, this is a very productive game. The difference is that you were trying really hard and you were practicing something deliberately. This is an opportunity to learn. You end the stream?
Yes.
So I'm going to do a favor. I'm going to skip everything up until things started to get messy. Which was right. We talked already a little bit about the Zenyatta. By the way, let's actually look at that real fast to kind of see what I'm talking about.
The double blink behind.
Yeah. So this is where, if you know where their Zen is, you can sit here and just shoot.
Okay. Yeah.
If you know, if you want to go 1, 2 to deepen your angle here, that also works as well. But that's just a situation where you feel this urgency to go for a target and things go poorly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where things get... Is it this one? No, this one was, I think, okay. I think it could have been done a little bit better mechanically. But I think this is right where things start to get messy. Okay, so with the information you have, I'm not going to even go third person here because that would be cheating. With the information that you have here, what's the play? Where's your short range off angle with what information you have?
Staircase on the right.
So here?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So you'd poke here, you'd poke here, you'd poke here, you'd poke here from this angle here. Do you think you would help your team clear out this Roadhog?
Probably not.
I think you would. I think it's okay. But what's the intention here? You clear out the Roadhog, now what? Now where?
Probably rotate to bus.
Rotate to bus, right? Rotate to here. You get what I'm saying? There's some logic here. Yeah, we're thinking this. I think that's good. Okay, give me another option. Let's say that you didn't go that way. Unlucky. Now what?
I go left and play the mega room.
And you did go left. You notice this? Yeah. What do you think about this?
I think it was good. I think I just kept peeking out too much. But
what could you have done differently from this position?
Rotate to the top of the bus and then go to like the hallway. Like play over here.
You got it. Heck, you said mega as well. You said here. Would this have been good?
Yeah, this would have been good too.
This would have been good too.
I had time too.
Would have been good too. Now, I'm going to give you some credit. This was a very confusing setup from the enemy team. And you know why it was confusing? Because they were playing pretty good Overwatch. Like, they had Hog here. They're venture marking one angles. And Zenyatta kind of maintaining space here. Do you see how they're kind of like controlling space accidentally? Yeah. Right? So when this happens, you're kind of like, crud, what do I do? Right? They're not all clumped up like they were in Flashpoint, right? You can't just take whatever flank that you want. And so now you're going to be tested a little bit. And frankly, you failed the test. But you know what? Just showing up and giving it a go is learning.
Sure.
Now, what you should do is what we're doing right now. Notice that we're not looking at the full VOD. We're just looking at spots where it felt really confusing and coming up with a solution.
Okay.
And your solution is excellent. It's absolutely right. All three options that you gave me here, beautiful. All right? From what you know now, what do you think? Because this just doesn't feel good. Now, you were like, oh, I'm going to keep shooting, right? I'm keep shooting. And I didn't say anything because I wanted you just to deal with the consequences of keep shooting here. Why does keep shooting not work here?
Because I'm not getting value from my
Why not?
Because it's not short.
Because it's not short. Right, that's it. It's just not short. Like, you've got a bit of an off angle from your team here, and that's fine. But it's not short. Like, you're not doing enough damage. So what could you do? Give me two options.
I could fall down, play the tunnel.
Yep, much better. Deeper angle and closer. Risky, but better. Give me a more conservative option.
Play the... What is that? The Warbirds gym?
Well, yeah, but that's super risky, right? Like, you could get there. How would you get there if you were to go there?
Go left behind the Kiri, or drop first.
So do what you do here, and then rotate here. Yes. Go to the complete other side of the map. I want a low risk, low reward option.
Probably go right side and play behind the bench.
You got it. Pokey. Now, you would end up running into Roadhog here, but you know what? You playing patty cake with Roadhog here is worth your time. Now, this ends up being a lot messier, but it would have worked. Yep, congrats. Okay. Congrats, you solved it. Now, why does it not work? Look at how you approach your angle. You remember this one, right?
Yeah. I think I just blink into the room. And
you just blink directly down the middle instead of approaching it from the drop, poking the back, wrapping way. You got it.
That's where I kind of feel like it was like I have like a meter and it's like not doing anything, no value. Okay, I got to do something crazy to get value, and that's usually what happens. And that's
exactly it. It's
my own cooldown, so you know.
Yep, you got it. Now, what do you think about this here?
This is what I mean. Like, it's chaos. Team is disoriented. I don't know who to go for, and
just let me stop you right there. Remember, it's not about who. It's about where.
It's about where. Yeah. Okay.
What do you think about where you're at right now?
I think this is good.
I think it's okay. It's scary because the Zen Kiriko might peek you, but I think it's okay. I do think it's okay. So you go for the pulse and miss, and then you get grumpy, and then you're like, I need to go in. So this is okay. But remember, it's not about who, it's about where. Where should you be right now? Tiny adjustment.
Just go up the stairs versus...
Up the stairs. Sorry, take the Zenyatta duel here, not here. That way
Right.
you can play cover and you play mini, and I think you guarantee the kill here if you get this here.
Sure.
Right? Just a minor difference. That's it. And then obviously repeaking here instead of like repeaking here. Make him turn around, So
Right.
you were this close to greatness, And
Yeah.
again, this is a situation where like I really don't think this was a bad game from you. I don't think you should feel ashamed of this whatsoever. You did okay. You had a really nice start. You made some good decisions. You were problem solving. I'm still yapping in your ears, so it's polluting the airwaves, right? You did good. You did good. And this is what you need to be looking at. You need to go back to the couple problem points where I wasn't really sure what to do. It felt really bad. Think about it for a second. Come up with some ideas. Even if you're not really sure like what the correct solution is, just come up with some ideas and pop off.
Okay.
You did a good job. You did a really, really good job. This was a very productive game. Very productive game.
I think just the whole session was very productive. It
Good.
gives
I'm
me
glad to hear that.
clarity, which is what I wanted.
Well, that's it. The bad news is that winning, improving, crucially, is really something that takes effort. Right, it's not easy to do what we're doing right now. It's not easy to play with the level of intention that we had for the previous 2 games. It's hard work, right? But the good news is exactly what you just said. It's usually not super complicated.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Think about the quality of the last 2 games versus the games that you played yesterday. What was the difference? You were a little bit better rested.
The game by itself felt like where I was that got me to plat.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Right. And even a game like this, if you're playing games like this, you will get to plat like this. You will. Even a game like this, right? So it's the level of intent. So it's like it takes work, but it's not complicated. That's the bad news and that's the good news.
Sure.
Okay. Any questions?
No. I think I'm good.
All right, mate. Well, I will chat with you later. I'll have this sent to you in a few minutes. And if you have any questions. Yeah, go for it.
So
Go for it,
I
please.
trying to book the next one, and
Yeah.